As earlier we discussed, JWT token. Why we need that? Okay, actually, in earlier days we done some APIs. Okay, if suppose I am coming here, I'm hitting, then probably it will give some records related to that API. So then if it is possible to anyone to get the API, then yes, it is possible, because we won't restrict something. If you are a valid user, you can access like that. We don't restrict anything. So now we are going to restrict our API. If I am a valid user, then probably I can access like that. There is a two things. First one is guest user. Guest user in the sense, if you go search and, as earlier I said, right, Flipkart something. Okay, this is a guest user. Anyone can see their products something. Okay, I can see. If I need to uh, add, I need to add, then probably it will ask login something. Okay, if you have the same page, okay, if I am going to login something, I'm using my own credential, I'm getting login. Okay, then I am in my account page. I'm sharing that URL with you guys. You can able and see my orders. It's not possible. Without my login credential, it's not possible. So they are something they restricting. If you are a valid user, you can see. If you are not, you won't be allowed to the particular URL, right? This is called the restriction. Okay. Guest user in the sense anyone can see their products. Okay. The t-shirts, anyone can. This is a guest user. Here they won't do any particular rocket launch algorithms. Okay, anyone, if you hit the same URL, if you go on the console, it will give some networks. Okay, sorry. Here if you search something, you will get. Okay, just if they're sending anything, here they are sending some data request payload or something. Okay. The same way, if it is in a get method, then probably we can hit, because anyone can hit, anyone can see that particular URL. So if we need to restrict our API. Okay, if you are valid, then possibility to access. If not, then we won't given a permission to see the data. Okay, that's why we have two mechanism in Node.js. First one is passport.js, another one is JWT token. Okay, earlier days they have used passport.js. The same thing, how we are encrypting the data, the same way. Now they are used JWT token. Okay, it's like a simple package installation followed by the documentation. Probably you will get it is on a simple class. Okay, like here I will share you the link. Okay. Actually, I just want to convey these informations. Okay, this is step by step I need to convey. That's why I thought to connect, or else we have completed our session. That's only thing in my mind it's running. Okay, we need to do the JSON web token like that. Okay, JSON web token. Straight away, we need to install that one. Then we need to use JWT. Teja, you are a final year student.
No, sir. Now I need to write my third year final sem.
Okay, okay. but you need to start your preparation now onwards. Then probably that will helps you to find a good job. That's why.
Yes, sure.
Okay. JWT token. Here I'm going to tell the yeah. This is an one API. Same thing what we are doing. Just wait. I will copy and I will explain. Roots app options. Check. Okay. Inside the employees, I have a new URL called login. Okay. So this is an oof, login method. Before writing every code, please ensure whether you are on a right. Yeah, it's coming. So now I am giving mock data. Okay, mock data in the sense it's a dummy data. Instead of if you have an any sorry yeah if you have an user database, if you have your login page, username, email, submit button, you need to call this function request.body. We will give username and password something. Okay, here they used username and email. Okay, instead of that I will go with password. You need to do dynamically this one, the same structure you need to follow, then probably you will get login. If I am giving in your terms how it will works, const we need to use email, then request dot body email, then same way password. Okay, I have to use the same thing. Okay, so one. This is the way we normally called. In the front end, I am sending my two data, email and password. If you are on a email and password, if we give login, then it will use this API. Okay, so we need to do data manipulations here. Once it's coming, then I'm going to do some manipulations here. Here have created user object. Inside the object I'm keeping my values, email and password, the email and password. Okay, now if you log this one, it will give our email and password. Okay, then now I am going to create one token. Okay, this is by JWT For that we need to include the JWT here. Okay, now it's fine. Okay, this is how it will happen. The JWT has an assign method. Okay, inside the sign method, we have three parameters. One is our object parameters. That means login credential. Another one is secret key. Okay, as we discussed earlier in the passport.js, we used get salt sync function. 8 characters, 10 characters. We can add more characters to encrypt my password to more strong. That's the same reason here also they have using secret key. Secret key completely belongs from developer minds. If I need to use assume non-logical 0107, this is my secret key. Okay, I'm going to give this secret key to every users. They don't know behind the process. They don't know. Okay, they just know what is the username and email and password. Okay, those stuff only they know. I'm additionally adding non-logical 0107. This is on a background security purpose. I'm just adding. So if they get, they will get an token based on your credential. With my secret key, it will use one credential. Every request after getting login, every request you need to send the tokens to get valid URL. If suppose I am a backend developer, I know which API is belongs to guest API, which API belongs to authorized one. So if an authorized person, if I am asking without a token, I won't given a proper response. I will return, instead of the result, I will return forbidden. Okay, you are not an authorized person. It means you are not an authorized person. So that I need to convey you are not an authorized person, you need to get a token from a server. So that we use JWT sign. Okay, simply I will put in some console, sorry, respond.send. You will, sorry. Token, here it will returns token. Same way how we are supposed to use any package in our React.js or else in a Node, the same way we need to use. The simple thing is we need to know how to use the documentation, how to understand the documentation. That's okay. Here I have my data. Now I'm going to, what is expressing? That means if you ever face this problem, you are an ICC or else in any bank related softwares, if you are using currently, if you click on back arrow or else in, after 10 minutes, if you went to somewhere and come under the, if you click any button, it will refresh, your session got expired. Right? You will face, I guess. As long you don't, for sure you will face expire. It will expire the session, and it automatically redirects to the login page. That's cause they will restrict. Okay, this token it will validate for some time. That's also we can do by using the expires in 30 seconds. Okay, I will show you. Before that, I will give 100 seconds. Okay. User non-logical under seconds it will expire. Okay, if it is fine, everything is fine, then it will returns. Okay, I'm going to queue. email. Oh, test yeah, mail 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, now it's giving one token. So if you are an assume you are an front end developer, I am giving the logic to you guys to do after you are giving the valid credential. If it is not a valid one, then probably I will give another error message, status 0, invalid username or else on password, something I will give. Based on that, if probably we will show, okay, if I'm getting the status 0, I need to show invalid user something. Okay, if you are a valid user, if I am giving the token, you need to manipulate this. Okay, uh, just wait, just to hold on a minute. Hello, hello, hello.
హలో
అమ్మా నేను మీటింగ్ ఉండే, నేను మీటింగ్ ముడిచి ఫోన్ చేశాను.
సరే 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 ఓకే ఓకే
బై. Okay, so we will get at this token. So hereafter, whenever I'm going to access any API, if it is an authorized, I need to send this one in my headers. Okay, I will show what is header and all. Okay, here it is itself. I saw something. Okay, this is an HTTPS. Okay, this is an headers. Here we need to suppose to send our token. They have followed it. Here they are using something. Okay, the same way we need to share. Okay, I will tell and explain the what is that one. Authorization header, they normally called as authorization header. Okay, now we got one token. Okay, this will helps to get other API. So far we have done anything without a verification, we are sending something. Okay, now hereafter it won't work like that. So now I am going to restrict my API. Okay, so my next work, we need to check where is that API login verify token. Okay, this one. Okay, this is a verify token function. Okay, normally we need to write this function in a common method, like how we will supposed to do an email validation, phone number validations, like in common validate.js. Inside that we will have an our regress pattern. If it is a valid email, it will return true or false based on the mail content. It will returns like that we need to do. So simply I'm going to use these things in my same file. Future I will do this in a separate file, and I will tell you the way how we need to supposed to include in our file. Okay, this is I'm going to put here. Okay, function verify token, this is name itself defines. Okay, now I am going to verify my tokens. As I said earlier, we need to send our headers with some parameter. This is called authorization. Okay, how we supposed to do in our authorization headers? Sorry, if you type here, it will comes authorization headers. Okay, if you check, okay, once I will do and then I will do. Okay, for that we will do another API. This is an API post fast. Okay, this is our another API post, like that. Okay, so inside that I'm having another callback. Okay, this will, sorry, this will wait. Okay, Ajay, you asked what is callback. Callback is nothing but it is a function. Okay, it will wait sometimes to execute before this function, then it will execute, right? You got it? This is a function. Here I am having my real-time verify token function. Here it has some something. Okay, so this function, it will wait. This is called callback. It will wait sometimes before some functions executes. Okay. Hey man, say yes
Yes,
or
Venkat. Yeah.
yeah, thanks. அந்த ஒரு வார்த்தைக்காக தான துடிக்கிறது. Okay, now I'm going to hit here. I have my verify token. Inside that, I have request dot something. First, we need to check whether it is working or not. So we don't need. என்னங்க post. Okay. Hmm. Oh my god, post. Okay. SDSD, then SDSD. It will wait until it will return something. It will wait. Okay, it won't run. Got it, Ajay? So the thing is, now I need to verify I'm a valid user or not. So hereafter, whenever I'm hitting on any APIs, probably I need to share my token. Okay, as of I'm a valid user, I'm going to give my valid credential, username, password. I will get in some tokens from a backend developer. That means the token I'm getting. So if you're a front-end developer, we have a request.headers in React.js. Please do search and let me know. If you have any confusion, let me know. Okay, I will explain that concept. So far we are hitting APIs like Axios.post form data, something. We want to use another special data. So how to pass authorization in headers React.js? Like that, if you do search, then probably it will give one keyword. That's it. Okay. Before that, I will explain how to test in Postman API. Now I got one token. Sorry, where it is. This is the one. Now I'm going to use this token to get my posters. So here, authorization. So normally we will use the same thing, but here they have used bearer. Okay, additionally, they have added bearer header. Something they have a keyword, something bearer, something, right? Berer space. We just put here. Okay, I will explain this also. Then, if it is a valid one, it will comes here, or else it won't come. என்னங்க ஆச்சு எல்லாம் சந்துதான். Should work. Okay, we will check here. So something I did, I know that request.headers. Normally we used to get body data like request.body. The same way we have a request. How to get headers value in Node.js? If you put the first link, it will, sorry, first link itself, we will get an answer like this. Request.authorization. Something authorization spelling right or not? Authorization. Oh, I used caps, right? Yes. Okay, I will check this. Okay, I used caps, that's why it won't. Bearer header, now it's coming. Posters, it is coming. Okay, the reason it is checking something, it will sending. Okay, now I will explain this one. Whenever in front end also, we need to pass data with headers. Okay, headers double slash with this token we need to give. So if you give, I'm going to check. This is a verify token function. Normally, I will use this function in any somewhere in a model. Whenever on a API hitting posters, before we want to use this one, now we need to verify before entering into the URL. Now I am going to give my headers. It will checks type of bearer header not equal to undefined something. Okay, it's a valid one or not, that's why. Then I'm going to split that into spaces. Why I am here splitting here the space, two characters, I'm going to split that into empty space. If we did like that, then probably we will get an array. Initially 0 is an bearer, another 1 is an token. Okay, example. If you give like this, split is normally a function. It will helps to split a string by using the special character, comma, spaces, ampersand, something. Okay, whatever the you need to split, you can use that one. So probably here we have a space. So I'm going to split here. So it will change as an array. Inside the array, we will have our value. Bearer header array 0th position, first position. Okay, so I need bearer token. It is an I need only the token, so I'm straight away I'm going to use the bearer one. Then I'm going to return request.token next. The sense it is a callback, it will directly it will comes here. If it is a fail one, then it will gives like this. So I will give okay, DDD something. Something. Okay, I will make a log dot request token something. If it is success, it will return this one, or else it will send the sensor as something like this. Wait, guys. Hmm. Forbidden. Okay, because I have added an additional character, so it will returns request.token. Okay, here I have used the request.token. It will returns here that I am going to check with my verify function. The sign function, it will helps if you're giving a valid username password, it will allows to create a new token. The verify function, it automatically we have our secret key non-logical 0107. Okay, this also we need to keep it in a common place to get. Whenever if a backend developer need to change, if suppose he change in one place, it will reflect in another place like that. Okay, so probably you need to know what is JWT sign and verify method. So the verify method, it will extract the keyword and it will share that keywords to the URL. Then now I am going to verify using the request.token my keyword, this one, sorry, my secret key. Then if it is an error, it will send 403. 403 is normally the forbidden or not an authorized person, or else if it is give auth data, if it is not an error, it will return like a message post creator something. Okay, wait, I'm going to use this one. Oh, authorization, BEARER space this one. Recent session got expired, I guess. 100 seconds only we will kept in X space. Message posted. Right, guys? Okay, just a minute. I'm telling the concept again. Now we don't need this one. Okay, JSON Web Token. Okay, this is a normal nowadays. Every developer they are using to restricting the APIs to use the JSON Web Token. Normally every site has an authorized email password something blah blah, they have something. Okay, based on that they will create an own token. They will give initially when they got on a login, they will give the token. So front end developer normally they won't consider. Okay, if they give a something token to something, they will give they will put it in a header something. Okay, it won't take much time to create a header something. Form data comma headers dot authorization something token, if you put, it will automatically goes whenever you are calling an API, it will automatically. Okay, this is an first one. Then now I have created one token. After that, I need to obtain some records from a database. So as a backend developer, I am restricting something. This is for an authorized person, something I am going to restrict. So I'm going to write on function. Okay, I know front-end developer, they said authorization is the keyword. Inside, before that, I am giving an additional keyword called bearer to restrict two more secure mechanism. I am going to use an additional parameter bearer. So he said like that. So assuming my point of view, I'm just going to write the code like function verify token. Okay, the authorization is the keyword. Then if it is not this is for checking purpose, normally we do like a bearer red not equal to null like that. So after that I'm going to split that one, because of I need to return the token to the request. So here I'm going to return the token. Here I am doing another validation, JSON verify, something verify function. It will checks whether my token with my the secret key, it is a valid one or not. If it is a valid one, it will return some records, or else it will return like you are not a valid one, like a forbidden error, it will return. Yes. Just a minute, guys. So probably we need to follow the same thing for our rest of the API. Got it? Is there any
Yes,
doubt,
Venkat.
guys?
Yeah.
Yes. Thanks. Hello, Pradeep.
Ven-
Yes, tell me.
I have a question now, Venkat.
Yes.
See, in this request, so this is a post request, right? So how we are going to validate the user here? Like whether user is present in database or not, like that. How will you validate?
No, man. For this logic, you need to do. Okay, just wait. I will show the live code. Actually, I'm just telling the concept. Okay, you need to do that one. Okay, just wait, please. Users. Yeah, everywhere they have used verify token. Okay. Just wait. Oh, settings something. Okay, ESOT is they have an ESOT is an URL. Okay, here they are passing email and password. Okay.
Okay.
Then inside the database, db get document. This is a database. Okay, normally we will call like this, right? We will use to call like sorry, this one like this we will call. Okay, they have used to get one document something. Okay, inside that if they getting the record, they are going to check. This is an username password. User is an object. They are creating. They are following the same method. They are checking. Okay, if they have an normal response, something. If they went anything wrong, it is a database error. It will return the something went wrong in your code. Or else, if they get a result based on the email and the password, if they get the result, they now going to check with our password. Is author. Okay, compare sync password with the result password. They are checking. If the password is okay, okay, I'm going to check my password. I'm going to check again. Compare sync. Okay, this is on password. This is on database password. If it is not true and the result dot email. Okay, I'm getting the email from settings and my email is equal. I'm going to create an one token user for this object I'm going to create. Here the hide secret is the key. Okay, normally I use non-logical. So based on that one, they will send. Got it? Based on that your username password, they will check whether you are a valid user or not in a database. If you are have a valid authentication, you have crossed everything is a success, then probably they will create one token and they will send status one message valid user token. If not, invalid password, invalid email. If I am suppose not getting the any record from this one, I am going to share like invalid email like that. No, you got it. You need to do everything. I am straight away I said this part and this part. Okay, you need to check you are a valid user or not. Got it, man?
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks. As I said, you need to do more such. Actually, if you believe or not, this is on third year students. They are doing everything. Really, man. As I said, my college students, they are doing something. They are doing everything. I'm just maintaining their codes in repo. That's it. So regularly, if you do such with